Over here at Range Start with Alycia. Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. I'm not too bad, thank you very much. So how have you found Range Stop?
It's been incredible. It's been especially incredible to reunite with the SPD cast. First time in 10 years, and it's our 10-year anniversary, so we've been having a great time.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's been 10 years, so after like the show and within, well, the 10 years, has Power Rangers still impacted your life?
Absolutely. Every day, actually. Just the fact that I'm a part of this community and this family of Power Rangers and the fans, really I've never experienced anything like it. So I'm reminded every day, and I feel lucky every day that I got to be a part of this franchise.
So what made you want to become a Power Ranger? Did you watch the show previously, or?
I watched the original series. I didn't keep up with it, after that, after the original series. But the audition came up, and I auditioned for it, and what girl wouldn't want to be a Power Ranger?
It's true.
Yeah.
Even us guys, we all want to be Power Rangers and just join the family.
I bet.
Cool. Obviously you said you're a fan. So did you ever watch Deca Ranger, which was your Sentai counterpart?
We watched a little bit of it in the beginning, just some research for the show, since it was there was some footage, prior to the beginning of our shooting season, but I didn't know a lot about it. I know that they changed my character somewhat. She used to take bubble baths, and I think her rubber ducky was the communicator, which wouldn't fly with Disney, so that was changed. But yeah, little bits and pieces of it.
Would you ever like to meet the actress who played your character?
I guess why not? That would be neat. Yeah, that would be a trip.
Because I know like some people, they actually meet like the Sentai counterparts at some point. So it's always a nice thing just to find out, if you would like to meet.
Why not? Yeah.
They came back like a few years ago to reprise a role in a film. So when you were younger, what fandom were you into?
You know what? I actually was obsessed with the Ewoks, and people are really always surprised by that answer, but I watched them every day. And I know Greg Aronowitz down here, who is like, all into that, and Star Wars and Star Trek and everything, found that hilarious and just liked that little tidbit about me, I guess. But other than Ewoks, I don't know. I was the stereotypical girl that watched Care Bears and My Little Pony and that sort of thing too. But
so do you still watch the Ewoks now?
I haven't watched it in years. I mean, I still have the VHS tapes, which are very dusty. I don't even own a VCR, so it's been many years.
So Ewoks, I did like Ewoks and Star Wars. I was like kind of more into like Star Trek, obviously Power Rangers growing up.
Yeah.
Ewoks were cool. I saw a C-3PO just there and just literally like all mesmerized by him. I was like, I like Ewoks. They're cool.
They are cool. Yeah, they're fun.
Cool. So what have you been doing since you left the show?
Well, I acted for a couple years after SPD. I did the Cutting Edge, Supernatural, Psych, a couple other things. And then I retired from acting anyways and started my own event planning company, which I run in Vancouver, BC. And I have a family now. So yeah, just took a different road.
Yeah. So what made you want to do all of that then?
Do acting or do the stuff afterwards?
Stuff afterwards.
Having my first child was an eye-opening experience, and it's a tough process auditioning when you've got a child at home and they call you last minute to do an audition, and I just felt I couldn't be in it 100%, and it wasn't fair to my family or my agent or anything unless I was really, both feet in. So I removed myself from the industry, and I love acting, I love the industry, but just the process was a little too grueling for me at the time, just being a new mom. I've always loved events, and I love planning, and I love throwing elaborate parties. So I studied at the Art Institute, so I have credentials. And then I just started getting different contracts, doing different charity galas, and started my own company, and that's been going on for almost 5 years now. So, yeah.
So do you still enjoy it now?
Absolutely, even more. It just gets better and better, yeah.
So what's the biggest event that you've ever planned?
Well, I was a part of a charity run in Vancouver, BC with Chip Wilson, the owner of Lululemon. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Lululemon. That raised a lot of money for the Children's Hospital in British Columbia. That wasn't under my own company. I did a contract for that. But I do a lot of weddings, corporate, retail, product launches, that sort of thing. So we get some really beautiful, elaborate weddings in Vancouver. Some good taste in the West Coast. So definitely something I'm passionate about.
That's really cool. Event planning, I don't know what goes much into it, but it just seems like an exciting thing to see, doing all the preparation and seeing the finished product.
That's exactly it. It's a long planning process usually, like per project, but seeing it come together and seeing the look on your client's face makes it so worth it. It is so energizing, and yes, I definitely just want to do it, over and over and over again. Yeah.
So would you get back into acting at some point, or would it just be you carrying on with what you're doing now?
Yeah, right now I'm really busy with events, so I don't think I would have time to do acting simultaneously, but I do love it. I mean, in a perfect world, if somebody could hand me a part and say, we'd love for you to play this part, and it's a great part, I would absolutely consider it. It's like I said, I only got out of the industry because of the auditioning process and just the time commitment it required, and I couldn't commit to that. So definitely acting is a passion of mine as well. It's just not one I'm actively pursuing at this moment. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you got obviously you said something. So we're going to play a game called the British Word Game. Okay. So we got different words, and it's just literally just saying what you think the meaning are.
Okay.
So first one is mate.
Friend.
Yes. Cheeky.
You're being like playful and.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool. Give you a bell.
Like a phone call?
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So, scrummy.
Dirty?
No, it means good food. Like, that was scrummy food, that was.
Scrummy. Oh, like scrumptious.
Yeah.
It's like a short form. Okay, that's cute.
Chuffed.
Mad?
No, it means happy. Like, I'm chuffed to be here right now.
Opposite. Oh, okay. That's a good word.
Fancy.
Oh, like high-end, elaborate, trendy.
It can be that. The other word is like, I like you more than a friend. So, hence fancy.
Like I fancy you. Yeah. I have heard that before.
See, I've been, because obviously I always say fancy you, but then people go like, but I was like, fancy, which can mean two things. Okay, so faff.
Faff. I don't even know.
It means to fanny around, like procrastinate and stuff like that.
To faff around when you're not like, okay.
Yeah, so I've got this entire event I've got a plan, but I'm just going to do this instead, which would be faffing about.
Procrastinating.
Okay. So quid.
Do you want to know what? I play a word game online, and that is a word that I play all the time, but I have no idea what it means.
It's actually British currency, so it'd be like pound coins, quids.
Quid.
Yeah. So,
okay, I gotta get there one day.
So next time I'll bring you a pound coin, so be like, I'm quids.
I'm quids.
Quids in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so next one is ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Oh, you've got a pound. Or a quid. A quid?
No, I have a pound coin to keep.
Oh, thanks. I'm not sure.
It means goodbye.
Goodbye.
So it's like ta-ra, and then you leave.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, ta-ra.
Yeah, it's nice.
I should know this. My whole family's English, by the way.
Really?
My mother was born in England. She moved over when she was 15. And my grandparents and my aunts and uncles came over too, and they're all English. I should know this. I've just never been to England.
So you need to come. You need to go to London, Birmingham, Manchester.
Yes,
yeah.
I would love to go to England. But anyway, I don't know.
As it is, ta-ra is goodbye.
Yeah, okay.
Which is also a song apparently. But it's also
ta-ra. Oh, I've heard that song.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So there we go. Well, thank you very much.
Oh, thank
cool.
you very
thank
much.
You.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
Safe travels.
Cool. Thank you. And we'll be back in a bit.